Hey, my friends, Pastor David here with this week's Midweek Minute. First of all, I want to say thanks so much to our faithful Pastor Tom Holman, who on Sunday, with about an hour's notice, stepped in and led our worship service on Sunday morning. I'm so incredibly grateful to him and to the rest of the leadership for stepping in when I got ill. Just to let you know, I manage a condition that's called Addison's disease. And sometimes when I pick up a virus, if the virus is the right kind of virus, it flares my Addison's disease. Without going into a great long explanation, I have an adrenal insufficiency, and the adrenal system and the immune system work together to fight off viruses, and my adrenal system is compromised. And so when I get a virus, sometimes it causes me not to be able to see, and it causes me not to be able to function terribly well. So I spent the afternoon on Sunday at the emergency room, and they were able to give me some medication that I needed, and that brought me out of it. I'm still struggling a bit, but I'm much better than I was. So thank you for prayer. Thank you for those of you that have reached out to me and asked how I was. And thanks again to Tom Holman, who is as faithful as the day is long. We are so blessed to have him as part of our church. So I was able to share the message on Saturday evening. So for those of you on Sunday morning that didn't get to hear it, a quick synopsis. We talked a little bit about fear not when life harasses you. That's a really interesting word, harass. My favorite definition of it is to annoy persistently. Think about the things in your life that annoy you persistently, that harass you. The Apostle Paul was harassed by some things going on in the church in Corinth. And he was really concerned about what was going on there. He wrote a couple of letters to the church in Corinth to try to address the issues. And one of those letters he sent in the hands of a man named Titus. And when he sent that letter to the church in Corinth through the hands of Titus, he went on about ministry, but his heart was still very much in Corinth, and he was harassed by what ifs. What if they don't receive the letter? What if they don't accept Titus? What if they don't receive the teaching that's in the letter? And so he was a man that knew what it meant to be harassed. How did God deal with that in his life? God sent him Titus to say everything was okay. God addressed the moments in his life where life was just harassing him, annoying him persistently, by sending him a person. The thing I want us to remember is that God often deals with the moments of harassment and fear in our lives by sending us someone with skin on. How many times in your life, when you have been in a difficult situation, has all of a sudden a friend from a long time ago called you out of the blue? How many times have you perhaps met somebody that all of a sudden you discover is going through the same kind of a situation that you're going through right now? And through a conversation, there is the ability to cope and to move on. God sends to you and to me in the moments when life gets harassed by all kinds of things. God often sends us a person or people as the visible representatives of his presence. So I challenged us to think about two things this week. First of all, I challenged us to watch for the Tituses in our lives. Watch for the people that God sends to us when we need that voice, that encouragement from God in the midst of a time where life is being harassed. And then the second challenge was simply this: watch for the Pauls in your life. Watch for the people that are in your network of relationships who are in the midst of life that is being harassed, and be Titus for them. Allow God to use you to be the Titus to the Pauls in your life. I hope that you can think about that this week. This coming weekend, Labor Day weekend, we were going to wrap up this summer series on fear, being fearless. And we're going to talk a little bit about something that's a little different than a fear that we might experience and that we want to try to be delivered from. We're going to talk about a healthy fear. There is a fear that is healthy in your life and in mine. And we're going to talk a little bit more about that this coming weekend. I hope you can be with us Saturday at 6 o'clock or Sunday morning at 10:30 or at either one of our online campuses at those times. Look forward to seeing you. Until then, have a great week. And remember, keep looking up, and I'll see you later.